Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful frill scarf. Now look at this. This is called a corkscrew scarf. Now when you're on camera you've got to be very careful how you say that word. Look how pretty this is. It is just absolutely gorgeous and I'm going to show you how to make it. It's really easy. It is easy, and it's all done with a UK treble crochet. And if you're in the USA, that's a double crochet, and that's all. It's the only stitch that you're going to be using, and it's so pretty and so simple. So to do this scarf, I'm using these two yarns. It's Maclan Bauble. This one is red black with grey, and this one is red with the grey and then going to the black at the end. Now this yarn is quite thin, it's a cotton. This is 50% brom wool and 50% cotton. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the two of them together. I want my scarf quite thick. So I'm going to do a chain. You can do the chain any number you like. Do any number you like. Make it as long as you need it to go around your neck, maybe twice. And we're going to do our chain. So yarn over and just pull through your stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Now I've mixed it with the black and the red so you can see it better. So do your chain whatever length you want it to be. Now your first row, you're going to go into the second stitch in your chain, 1 and 2. Just go right through your stitch, pull your yarn through and do what's called a UK double crochet. Now if you're in the USA, this is a single crochet. Put 1 into every stitch all the way along your chain, right to the end. 1 double crochet into every stitch to the end. So I've got to the end of my chain with my row of double crochet. If you're in the USA, that's a row of single crochet. Now, I told you this is going to be really simple. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and turn your work. So what we're going to do now is into the next stitch, put 1 treble crochet. If you're in the USA, this is a double crochet. The next stitch, you're going to put 2 treble crochets into the next stitch. That's 1 and 2. Into the next stitch, you're going to put 1. The next stitch, you're going to put 2. So you're going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 into each stitch. So that's 2 into that stitch, 1 into the next stitch, then 2 into the next stitch, 2 into that one, then 1 treble crochet into the next stitch, and 2 into the next stitch, 1 and 2 all the way to the end. It doesn't matter if you finish on a 1 stitch or a 2 stitch at the end. So 1, 2, 3 and turn. Now into every stitch I'm going to put 2 treble crochets into every stitch all the way along. If you're in the USA, this is a double crochet. So into the next stitch I'm going to put 2 treble crochets. That's 1 and 2. 2 into the next stitch. 1 and 2. All the way along your scarf. You're going to double up all your stitches So 2 into every stitch. And that's a UK treble crochet, and if you're in the USA or another country, that's a double crochet. You're going to put 2 into every stitch, and that is going to make your work kind of twist around. So 2 into every stitch all the way along. So when you start putting 2 into every stitch, your scarf is going to start waving like this. It will start going into that little wave, and we're going to build that up row by row. So I'm going to put my 2 stitches in each stitch, 2 treble crochets into each stitch all the way along. So I'm on my last stitch, and I'm just going to put 1 treble crochet into the top of that chain of 3 that we had at the beginning. Just put 1 treble crochet into there, and this is what you've got. You're getting this twisty scarf like this. It's going to be start to get all nice and twisted over. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to put 1 treble crochet into every stitch. 1 treble crochet into every stitch. We're going to widen our scarf now. So 1 treble crochet into each stitch all the way to the end. Just 1. Now I've put this piece of paper down so that you can see a bit better. I'll just go in one. So this is what we have now. I've put this piece of paper down so you can see a little bit better. And we've got all our scarf there. So it's starting to frill up really nice. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to put my last treble crochet into the top of this chain of 3. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn my work. I'm going to put 1 treble crochet into the next stitch. Now what we're going to do now for this row is we're going to put 3 treble crochets into the next stitch. Now do you remember on one of the rows we did 1 treble crochet, 2 stitches. We did 1 treble crochet into one stitch, then 2 into the next, then 1, then 2, then 1. Well, this time we're going to put 1 treble crochet and 3 treble crochets. 1 treble crochet and 3 treble crochets. We're going to make this really nice and frilly now. So that's 1, 2, and 3. 1 treble crochet into the next stitch, and then 3 into the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. And if you're in the USA, this is double crochets. 1 into the next stitch, then 3 into the next one, all the way along. And it doesn't matter if you finish on a 1 or a 3 at the other end. 1 into the next stitch, and then 3 into the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. 1 into the next stitch, then 3 into the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3, all the way along to the end. Now this is going to dramatically increase the amount of stitches, and it's going to give your scarf a really nice little wriggle as well on it. So 1 treble crochet into the next stitch, 3 into the next stitch, then 1, then 3, 1, then 3, all the way along to the end. 1 treble crochet into one stitch, and then 3 treble crochets into the next stitch, all into the same stitch, then 1, then 3, then 1, then 3, then 1, then 3, all the way around. And what it's done, it's given it this really nice, twist in the scarf. Now what we need to do is we need to widen the scarf. I'm going to put 2 rows of treble crochet. That's a double crochet if you're in the USA. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn my work. Now 1 treble crochet into every stitch. So yarn over, and you're doing 1 treble crochet into every stitch. We're going to do 2 rows. If you want your scarf wider, this is where you'll do as many of those treble crochet rows as you want until it's as wide as you need it to be. Your very last row is going to be 3 treble crochets into each stitch. So for 2 rows, I'm doing 1 treble crochet into each stitch for 2 rows, and my very last row I'm going to put 3 treble crochets into each stitch, and that'll give us a really good frill on the last row. Now these little scarves don't need to be too wide. You can make it as wide as you want. So it actually goes like a corkscrew, if you can see it doing that. Look at that, it's really pretty. And that mixture of colour, look at that, is so nice. It is so nice. So 1 treble crochet into every stitch for 2 rows. 2 rows. So this is my twisted scarf. Look at that, it's really pretty. This yarn is really, really lovely. And I've still got quite a bit of both rolls left. There was 200 grams in each of these, but bearing in mind it's really thin on its own, so it'll go a long way. And even doubled up, I've still got all of that left, and I've actually done all of this. This is actually quite a lot of yarn. Now I've done my 2 rows of treble crochets. So what you can do now is you can leave it at that. If you like it like that, you can leave it like that, and that's your scarf finished. If you want your scarf wider, you can do a few more of the treble crochet rows on the scarf. It's up to you, and then you can finish it. Now I will put in the description what I did with the rows. I did my chain to the length I wanted, and then I did 1 row of UK double crochet. That's a single crochet if you're in the USA. My next row was 1 treble crochet into one stitch, 2 into the next stitch, 1 into the next stitch, and 2 into the next stitch. The next row was 2 treble crochets, or USA double crochets, 2 into every stitch. I did 1 row of single treble crochets, 1 into every stitch. The next row was 1 treble crochet, then 3 treble crochets into the same stitch, 1 treble crochet, then 3 into the same stitch, then 1, then 3, then 1, then 3, all the way along, and I finished with 2 rows of treble crochets. Now my last row, to make a really frilly end, I'm going to do 1 row with 3 treble crochets into each stitch. Now You might think that's quite a lot, but if you want a really frilly edge on this scarf, if you're giving it as a gift, it's going to look amazing with that really double frilled edge on it. And once you wrap it around your neck, it'll look absolutely fantastic. Get my end here all twisted around. And you can do this with any yarn, absolutely any yarn. I've still kept my white paper there so that you can see where we're going with this. Just fix it out a little bit. It's lovely. I really like it. So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn it round. Then into this first stitch, you're going to put 3 treble crochets. If you're in the USA, this is 3 double crochets. 3 into every stitch. That's 1, 2, and 3, and this is going to give it a really frilly edge. 1, 2, and 3, all the way along. 3 treble crochets into every stitch. If you don't want 3, you can put 2 into every stitch. It's up to you. You can just mix and match this. Mix and make it up as you go along even. 1, 2, and 3. And once you've done all of that, what it's going to do, it's going to give you that final row, and it'll have a really lovely frill right along the bottom, and it's giving it a little bit of length as well, and that'll be your scarf finished. So this is my twisted scarf. Look at that, it's really pretty. This yarn is really, really lovely, and I've still got quite a bit of both rolls left. There was 200 grams in each of these, but bearing in mind it's really thin on its own, so it'll go a long, long way. And even doubled up, I've still got all of that left, and I've actually done all of this. Now I've done my 2 rows of treble crochets, and you can do this with any yarn, absolutely any yarn. I've still kept my white paper there so that you can see where we're going with this. Just fix it out a little bit. It's lovely. I really like it. So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn it round. Then into this first stitch, you're going to put 3 treble crochets. If you're in the USA, this is 3 double crochets. 3 into every stitch. That's 1, 2, and 3, and this is going to give it a really frilly edge. 1, 2, and 3, all the way along. 3 treble crochets into every stitch. If you don't want 3, you can put 2 into every stitch. It's up to you. You can just mix and match this. Mix and make it up as you go along even. 1, 2, and 3. And once you've done all of that, what it's going to do, it's going to give you that final row, a really lovely frill right along the bottom, and it's giving it a little bit of length as well, and that'll be your scarf finished. You just finish off your row, cut your yarn, stitch the ends in. So once you've done all that, all you'll do is cut your yarn, close off your stitch and stitch in the ends. I'll show you this once I've got this row finished. So this is my corkscrew scarf. This is my scarf, a twisted scarf, all finished, and look how pretty this scarf is. And you can see from that picture at the beginning how pretty it is. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really easy to do. In the description I'll tell you what you do for each and every row on your scarf. You can continue this when you do your treble crochet rows, the single treble crochet rows. You can extend it to as wide as you want before you put that frill, that final frill on. You don't even need to put the final frill on. If you're happy with the way that your scarf is twisting, then you can just leave it at that. And look at this, it is so pretty. If I try and hold it up so that it does that. I can't hold it up for very long. If look how pretty that is. It's got that beautiful twist in it. It's absolutely amazing. So give this a try. It's really quite easy to do. You can do as many rows as you like. You can change the stitch way if you like as well. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, then please click on the subscribe button. And if you click on the bell icon, YouTube will tell you when I put up another tutorial. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.